Hey everyone, welcome to another episode of Book Covers DIY. Today we're going to be doing something a little bit different because I came across this amazing software. It's actually an AI software that's going to help you write your book blurb. So you can see here on my screen, I have the cover from our last tutorial. This was that vampire novel, Forbidden Fruit. And on the back, right here is the book blurb. I did not write this whole blurb. I just typed in a few minor details into this tool I'm about to show you, and it came up with this blurb and actually this whole plot for this story. So you can actually even kind of reverse engineer it by coming up with the book blurb first. It might even help you figure out the details for your story. So let me jump over to that tool and show you how it works. Okay, so the tool is called Jasper, and you may or may not have heard of this. It is amazing. It does so many things, like it writes blog posts or lists or things like that. And not only that, but if you use my link in the description box below, you're automatically going to get 10,000 words for free. This is 10,000 words that you can use however you want. You can use them for book blurbs. If you need to come up with a bio for your author website, however you want to use up these 10,000 words, it is totally up to you. So once you sign up with your free trial, it'll take you over to your dashboard. This is kind of like your home page. Over on the left here, we have a menu. As you can see here, there are a lot of features, including art, which I can't wait to show you that. We will do that on the next video, but that is amazing, especially for your book cover designs. But today we're going to go over here to templates and click on that. This is great if you have a blog. You can write a blog post intro, the outline, your conclusion. There's also blog post topic ideas. Here's a template for a creative story. Over here is a personal bio. Let's say you need to come up with a bio for maybe the back page of your book, or maybe for your author website, and you just kind of really don't know what to write about yourself. Well, you can go in there and it will create one for you. But today we are going to scroll back up to one called commands, and see right here it says tell Jasper exactly what to write with the command. So we're going to click on that feature and it's going to take you over to this page. It has some sample ideas here. For instance, write a creative story about, I guess, Tabby flying to the moon in Matthew McConaughey's tone of voice. Yes, you can actually select a person's tone of voice to write in. So I'm telling you, it's amazing. And then here it says, do you have any background information for Jasper? Let's see. So, because we didn't know what Tabby was. It says Tabby was a happy dog that loved to sneak around eating people's food. Okay, so this would be probably a children's story about a dog named Tabby that flew to the moon. And for some reason, the story is in Matthew McConaughey's tone of voice. Okay, that would be really crazy, but I'm sure it would sell probably like hotcakes. So anyway, so we are going to put in some of our own book ideas and see what kind of output we get. So I have a list already of some sample book blurbs. These are just kind of things I either inspired by other things or TV shows or movies, or just some stuff off the top of my head. For instance, this one here. Write a book blurb about a time traveler that goes back to 1963 and tries to stop the assassination of a president. Of course, this was, based on Stephen King's book, which was also turned into a series, a TV series starring James Franco. So this one, of course, I stole this idea. This wasn't original, but I'm going to... So what you would do is you would just type it in this command field, but I'm just going to copy paste it. Okay, and then let's see, do I have any background information? Let's see, maybe we should add a name. Write a book blurb about a time traveler named, let's give him a name like Jed Jones. Let's see, and then now let's some information about this Jed Jones. Jed Jones was an unemployed inventor. Okay, so there's our background information on him. Okay, right now it doesn't seem like I can change that. It's in beta, so they may be adding other languages soon, but right now it's just English to English. Okay, but let's go down here, and these are how many options it's going to generate for us. So, if you want to have 3 options, 3 book blurbs to choose from, you can change it to 3 or 4, as many. But just know that, remember, you have your number of credits. So if you have 10,000 credits free from me, every word it comes out, even if you don't use it, it's going to count, be subtracted from your total of your 10,000 free credits. So let's stick with 2. And there is a little video to watch if you want to learn how to use this template. But gosh, it's really so simple. Just what I'm doing right here. That's basically all you have to do. But there is a video you can watch. So I'm going to click on generate. And in just a few seconds, it's going to come up just like that. Look how fast that was. Okay, so let's go through them. Our first one, in Jed Jones' Time Traveler, Jed goes back to 1963 in an attempt to stop the assassination of President John F. Kennedy. However, things don't go as planned, and he finds himself in the middle of a conspiracy. With the help of some new friends, Jed races against the clock to uncover the truth and save the president. So you can literally just take this book blurb and put it on the back of your book cover design, like we did right here. That's actually what I just did here, and I broke it up into sections, which you could do. This one's a little bit shorter, so you don't have to. But if I had put more details in there, it would probably have been longer. So if you wanted this one, all you would have to do is go up here. Let's see, you can click on copy. And when you click on copy, it already copied it to your clipboard. You see down here? So I could literally just go and paste it on my book cover design. But what I would do, paste it like on a, like I did here, like on a document. Or if I even just clicked on the actual little paragraph, once I click on it, it's going to open up in a new window. And then here you can, you can either copy it that way, or you can just click on copy. So let me get off of there. Let's read our second option. Remember, if you had chosen 3, you would have had a third one or fourth or so on. I chose only 2. So let's check the second one. In Jed Jones and the Time Travelers Convention, Jed travels back to 1963 in an effort to stop the assassination of John F. Kennedy. Unfortunately, things don't go as planned, and Jed soon finds himself in the middle of a conspiracy. With the help of some new friends, Jed must find a way to change history before it's too late. So you see, some things are the same, like the help of some new friends, but then, there are differences. We can come up here and actually change it and say, like, with the help of his, let's say, grandfather. Let's say it's his grandfather. It's like, Back to the Future, where he goes back and, younger Doc helps him. Although Doc looks the same age no matter what year it is, right? So let's say he's going to go back in time and his young grandfather is going to be the one to help him. So let's say Jed Jones is an auto mechanic. We are going to click on generate again, and we're going to get 2 new book blurbs with this added information. Okay, now let's see. This one is a much shorter option. Jed Jones is an auto mechanic who travels back in time to stop the assassination of a president. With the help of his grandfather, Jed hopes to change history and save the future. Then our second option, Jed Jones is an auto mechanic who also happens to be a time traveler. In his latest adventure, he goes back to 1963 in order to stop the assassination of a president. With the help of his grandfather, Jed is able to thwart the would-be killers and save the day. So in this one here, it's almost like, it's a book series called, Jed Jones and the, whatever. And in this particular book, or his latest adventure, he is traveling back. So that's a great, book series idea is, someone that time travels and tries to change history. Although that never turns out well, but it's a good idea for a book series. So you can see how just changing a little bit of information changed our book blurb. Okay, so let's clear this and start with okay, before we do that, let's choose one. Let's see. I think I like this one here. I'm going to click on that one, and that's going to be our book blurb. So I'm going to save it over here. Okay, so we have our first one done. What I want to do is I want to change the color so we know. Let's try blue, I guess. Okay, so there's our book blurb for our first story idea. Okay, so let's go to the next one. I'm going to copy and paste this. Okay, when you're done with this, you want to clear everything. So you can actually clear over here, clear recent outputs. And then over here, I'm going to clear my inputs. Okay, here we are back to Matthew McConaughey. So let's paste our new idea. Write a book blurb about a princess that is forced to become a knight in order to save her kingdom. Let's just add from an evil witch. Let's give her a name like Priscilla. All right. Queen Dalgarden and heir to the throne. The evil witch is Priscilla's aunt and wants the throne for herself. I'm not sure if we should add this evil witch information down here or if we should add it up here, but let's try it out in this section, and then if it doesn't work out, we'll move it up here. I also wanted to show you, like, look here in the command. I've only used 134 characters. You can use up to 800 in both sections. So let's try it out with two options and we'll see what we get. So let's click generate. Okay, so let's read our first one at the top. In order to save her kingdom from her evil aunt, the witch, Priscilla is forced to become a knight. She must train hard and learn how to fight if she wants to protect her home and her people. With the help of her friends, she sets out to defeat her aunt and take back what is rightfully hers. Which, I didn't think about that. Why did she become a knight to find a witch? Okay, I might tweak that. I didn't think about actual, the story making sense. Okay, so let's read our second one and then I might change that up a bit. Okay, as the only child of King and Queen Dalgarden, Priscilla is their cherished heir and the future of their kingdom. But when her aunt, the evil witch, comes to claim the throne for herself, Priscilla is forced to become a knight in order to save her kingdom. With the help of her loyal friends, she battles her way through dangerous dungeons and treacherous landscapes to finally face her aunt in a final showdown. Can Priscilla triumph against the evil witch and restore peace to her kingdom? Okay, I really like this second one already. It doesn't make sense to me why she needs to dress up as a knight to fight a witch. I didn't think about that. So let's see. Maybe we should change it to her evil uncle who wants... let's say he killed her parents and is trying to take the throne for himself. Okay, so I switched it up a little bit and we have two options down here. Let's click on generate and see what we get. Okay, so and every time the new options appear, they move the previous two down. So you can see the first two are moved down. These top two are the new choices. So let's read these. Priscilla, the only child of King and Queen Dalgarden, is heir to the throne. When her parents are killed by her evil uncle, who is trying to take the throne for himself, Priscilla is forced to become a knight in order to save her kingdom. She must bravely face her uncle and his army of knights in order to protect her people and restore peace to the kingdom. So that's a very good one there, and there that makes sense that why she would become a knight to fight, an army of knights. Okay, here's our second option is, after the death of her parents, Priscilla is forced to become a knight in order to save her kingdom from her evil uncle. He has killed her parents and is trying to take the throne for himself. Priscilla is determined to stop him and restore peace to her kingdom. With the help of her friends, she sets out on a quest to defeat her uncle and bring justice to her kingdom. You can also kind of mix these up because, like, down here, I love this one where it talks about, battling her way through dangerous dungeons and treacherous landscapes. But then I also like up here where it talks about she must bravely face her uncle and his army of knights in order to protect her. So you can actually take several of these and kind of combine them and make your own. And I think that might have been what I did here, because that's probably why it's so long, because I think actually this first part was from option 1, and then some of this was from option 2, and I think what I did was I combined them and then made one longer blurb. So you can also do that. I like this one here. So again, you can just copy it, and let's move down here. And then I liked this one down here. So again, you can either just click copy or you can click on also don't like their name, Dalgarden. I don't know why I chose that. Okay, and then I'm going to click this one, paste that one there. And so what I would actually do if I was really, writing this book is I would, of course, down here where it says like, let's see, it said her aunt, the evil witch, I would change that. So it would say her uncle, the evil captain of the knighthood or army, whatever. And she has to face her aunt in a final showdown. I would change that to uncle. You can also put his name and some of the things you would want to delete, because like right here it says, let me put this in blue so you can see where I am. So right here it says Priscilla, the only child of King and Queen Dalgarden. We don't want to say that again, as the only child of King and Queen. So I would delete that one, because if I was combining these two, I don't want to say it twice. So you would kind of go through these two, tweak it so you're not being redundant, take out the excess or anything that's, duplicated, and kind of just make it all cohesive. And then you have a longer book blurb. And of course, I like to add the last one. Usually it's a question on its own, like that. Like, see how we did here on Forbidden Fruit? You end with a question, or this one actually has 2 questions. So same thing here. We would end it with like, can Priscilla triumph against the evil witch and restore peace to her kingdom? So that would be like the last line of my book blurb. So that was a fun one. Let's go on to this next one here. So let me go ahead and clear these out. Again, to clear these, you can come up here. This is going to clear the output. And then down here, you're going to clear the input, and it goes back. Okay, so let's do this next one here. And this one I already chose a name, it looks like, so I'm just going to copy paste it. Remember, the more information you add to this, the better your book blurb is going to be, and actually the longer it's going to be. So we can go up here and we can tweak this. Let's put retired detective named James Nelson that has to solve the murder of his own daughter. Let's see if this is not too confusing for this AI, because here I am saying that what happened to her, and then now I'm saying that she was kidnapped. So it might be a little confused by that. I might have to go and change that up, but we'll see what comes up. Okay, so let's see what it comes up with. And like I said, hopefully this is not too confusing. Oh, right. Okay, so we got some long blurbs here. Let's check out the first one. When Junie was just 8 years old, she was kidnapped and held hostage for 8 long years. In that time, her father, James Nelson, retired from being a detective in the NYPD and moved to the town next door, hoping to start fresh and leave the horrors of his past behind him. But when Junie's body is found in the woods just outside of town, James knows he has to solve the murder of his own daughter. With the help of his former partner, he begins to dig into the seedy underbelly of their small town and uncovers a web of secrets that someone will kill to keep hidden. As he gets closer to the truth, James realizes that he may have put himself and his family in danger by moving next door to the place where his daughter was killed. Can he unravel the mystery before it's too late? Okay, so I think it did get a little confused by the next door, because I put next town, and up here it says next, let's see, and move to the town next door. Yes, it did get a little bit confused. Here it says it's the town next door, but then down here it says like he literally moved next door, like to the house next door. So there was a little bit of confusion, and I had a feeling that was going to happen. It wasn't the AI's fault. It was the way I worded this a little bit. The way it's going on in my head is differently than the way I wrote it. But other than that, this is actually a great blurb. You could again go in there and tweak it. If you don't want it in NYP in New York, you would go and change this to whatever police department in a real city or made up city. It's totally up to you. Let's read the second one. James Nelson is a retired detective who is no stranger to solving murders. However, when his daughter was kidnapped 8 years ago and presumed dead, he never imagined he would have to solve her murder himself. Now, 8 years later, Junie's body has been found, and James is determined to find her killer. The investigation leads him to the dark underbelly of his own town, where he'll have to use all of his skills as a detective to catch the killer before they catch him. Okay, this one seems like right on point. This one understood what I was saying. And again, it was me being confusing. This is exactly what I was saying, that, 8 years ago she was kidnapped. They presumed she was dead. He gave up looking for her. And then now all of a sudden they find her, and it brings him back into the whole case. And even though he's retired, he's going to search down this kidnapper and find out what happened to his daughter. So this one is just like perfect to me. I mean, I don't really know how much I would actually go and tweak this. Perfect. I would click on that one, and I can click copy and hop on over here. Save that one, and I'm going to change this blue. And of course you would want to break this up. So like, see right there, I would want to break that up. And then you could also end with the question if you wanted, like, will, James be able to find his daughter's killer, dot, dot, dot. And, whatever, you would end it however you want. If you want to put like for some reason a time limit on there or something like that. It's great to end in a question like that. So this is a great one for this story idea. Okay, so let's try this next one. This one's kind of a stolen one too. Let's see if you can guess it. Let me go ahead and clear these and clear their inputs. And let's see if you can guess what this one is. I also want to point out that I'm actually, since this is the command section, I'm commanding Jasper. I'm saying write a book blurb. If you just go and write, if I took this out and just put a group of kids, it's not going to know what to do with that. So make sure when you use this command feature, you're telling Jasper. You're not saying write a paragraph or write a story. I'm telling specifically, write a book blurb about a group of kids that go on a hunt to find a hidden treasure in their hometown. And yes, this is based on Goonies. So let's see. I'm actually not going to tweak this one. I'm going to just leave it real basic and see what it comes up with. But let's add some information. You know what? I'm going to just leave it. I want to see what Jasper can do on its own with just this very basic information and nothing in the background. Let's see what it can do on its own. So click on generate and let's see what Jasper comes up with. All right, so let's read the first option at the top. The kids are a group of close-knit friends who have been adventuring, is that a word? The kids are a group of close-knit friends who have been adventuring together since they were young. They're always looking for a new challenge, and when they hear about a treasure hidden in their hometown, they can't resist trying to find it. They're not sure where to start, but they're determined to figure it out. As they explore their town, they gradually get closer to the truth, but there are others who are also after the treasure, and they're not afraid to use force to get what they want. Oh, so that would be the Fratellis. Okay, the kids will have to use all their skills and teamwork to finally find the treasure and save their town. Okay, so that is, yeah, it was a little bit not so great up here. We would definitely need to tweak it because I don't like the way it starts off. So let's go to the second option. The kids in this story are determined to find a hidden treasure in their hometown. They're not sure where it is, but they're going to explore every inch of their town until they find it. Along the way, they'll make new friends and have lots of adventures. But will they find the treasure in time? Okay, and we don't know what the time. So, yeah, we do need to tweak this. Okay, so write a book blurb about a group of, let's say, instead of kids, let's say middle schoolers that go on a hunt to find a hidden treasure in their, well, let's say their school library. But their principal wants the treasure for himself. Let's say that they find a map. About a group of schoolers that find a map in their school library. Okay. And go on a hunt to find a hidden treasure. Let's change this in there. I'm going to change this a little bit bigger. Not bigger, but meaning the plot, make it a little bit more difficult. But their mayor, let's say it's the town mayor, but their town mayor. Okay, write a book blurb about a group of middle schoolers that find a map in their school library and go on a hunt to find hidden treasure in their town hall. But their town mayor, let's say local, but their local mayor wants the treasure for himself. Okay, so I like that. So we expanded it because it was kind of small that it was going to happen just in the school and the principal. If we expand it to the whole, like the town hall, the mayor's going to be in charge. He's going to be able to get the police force and different people against him. So it's just going to kind of expand the story and make their everything more difficult, much more difficult for the kids. So that's why I switched that up. So let's generate our 3 options and see what we get. Okay. Let's start with the first one. When a group of middle schoolers find an old map hidden in their school library, they're excited to follow its lead and find a hidden treasure. But their excitement turns to terror when they realize the treasure is hidden in their town hall, and the mayor wants it for himself. With danger at every turn, these kids will have to outsmart the mayor and find the treasure before it's too late. Okay, I love this one. This is exactly what I'm going for. All right, so let's go to the second one. Tweens find a map in their school library that leads them on a hunt for hidden treasure. But when they get to town hall, the mayor wants the treasure for himself. The tweens must outsmart the mayor and get to the treasure first in this exciting adventure. That one's pretty much the same, but I do like that it says in this exciting adventure. Okay, let's read our third option. The map leads a group of middle schoolers on a hunt to find a hidden treasure in their town hall, but their local mayor wants the treasure for himself. The kids must outsmart the mayor and find the treasure before he does. Okay, again, I'm going to go back to the first one. I love this one here. I'm just going to copy it and paste it. Oops, it went on the next page, but that's okay. Let's turn this one blue. Again, you would probably want to break this up. But that's a great book blurb. Again, not only is it a book blurb, if you wanted to reverse engineer this, you could put in basic information. And look, you got sort of a whole story plot. So let's say you want to write a book, but you really don't know what to do, or you kind of have some writer's block. If you can go in here and use this feature, it's actually going to kind of give you some idea. Okay, we got, looks like 2 more. So let's go to this one. Let me clear and clear. Okay, write a book blurb about a boy that discovers a family of aliens has been living in his attic. Aliens are friendly. And let's say this is going to be sort of a silly one. Let's say they only eat, I'm trying to think of something kids would like. Paper, because then you have like silly adventures of them eating his homework and school books. He has to hide them from his mother while trying to help them get back home. Let's say help them fix their spaceship to get back to their home planet. Okay, so write a book blurb about a boy that discovers a family of aliens has been living in his attic. He has to hide them from his mother while trying to help them fix their spaceship to get back to their home planet. Let me say, and get back to their home planet. Sorry, that's the... This is why it takes me forever to write books. Okay, do I have any background information? The aliens are friendly and hungry all the time, but they only eat paper. Oh, let's give the boy a name. Boy named, let's name him Riley. Okay, so I'm going to go ahead and leave that at 3. Again, if you're using the free trial, you might want to start off with 2. I have a lot of word credits to use, so I'm going to try this one out on 3. Let's generate. So let's start with our first one. Riley discovers a family of aliens living in his attic. Though the aliens are friendly and always hungry, they can only eat paper. Riley has to hide them from his mother while trying to help them fix their spaceship and get back to their home planet. Along the way, he learns more about the aliens and themselves. A fun, lighthearted story about friendship, discovery, and intergalactic travel. Okay, that one's okay. Let's read the second one. Riley is just an average kid until he discovers a family of aliens living in his attic. At first, he's excited to have new friends to play with, but he quickly realizes that the aliens are in trouble. Their spaceship is broken and they're running out of food. Riley does his best to help the aliens fix their ship and get back home, but it won't be easy. His mother is always watching him, and he can't let her know about the aliens. With the help of his friends, Riley manages to keep the aliens a secret and help them get back home safe and sound. Okay, I really like that one. That one's just exactly what I was going for. Okay, so let's go down to the third one. Riley discovers a family of aliens has been living in his attic. He has to hide them from his mother while trying to help them fix their spaceship and get back to their home planet. With the help of his best friend, Riley must find a way to keep the aliens a secret while they're in town and help them get back home safely. Okay, I like this one here, the second one, except the part it says, and they're running out of food. If they eat paper, they are not going to run out of food. So you would have to like change that. Or you could actually go with their version and say like they can only eat their, specific space food or some kind of, alien liquid, alien slime. That would be fun. Kids love slime. So you could say like they only eat alien slime. And of course, we don't have alien slime here on Earth. So yeah, you could say they're running out of food. So you could go my way where they're like, eating all his books and his homework and he keeps getting in trouble and not able to explain what's happening to his teacher and everyone about what's happening to any kind of paper product. So that would be a silly version. But then this version here where they're running out of food, that's a little bit more that's a little bit more scary because it's like, I'm just imagining, remember E.T. laying there on the rocks all pale and ghostly, and so that's what I'm imagining. That's a little bit more frightening, but at least you have two options. So I would choose this one here. I'm going to just click copy, and as quick as that, we already have our book blurb. And of course, it is one big chunk of words. You don't ever want to do that. You want to break it up. Let's see. Okay, maybe right here. You just got to find the natural spot to break it up. And then again, you can end with the question: will Riley be able to keep the aliens a secret and help them get back home safe and sound? You could change up this last one to turn it into a question, and then separate it. Okay, we have one more, and this one is for little kids. This is going to be a cute one. So let's clear this and clear our inputs. Okay, write a book blurb about a group of forest friends that are planning a birthday party for their squirrel neighbor. Let's switch this to a surprise birthday party. Let me see if I write, this book is for... I'm going to put this book is for preschoolers and see what happens. Okay, I'm going to leave it at 3 and generate it. We should get 3. Okay, the forest friends are planning a surprise birthday party for their squirrel neighbor. They're working hard to make sure everything is just perfect. But will they be able to keep the secret until the big day? Join the fun and find out in this delightful storybook. That one's pretty good. Let's go on to the next one. The forest friends are planning a surprise birthday party for their squirrel neighbor. They have been busy decorating and baking, but they still need to pick a present. They all have different ideas of what the squirrel would like, but they can't agree on anything. Will they be able to find the perfect gift in time for the party? Okay, I really love this one because I didn't even consider children's, especially preschool and children's books are great. If they teach a moral, right here it says they can't agree on anything. So you could have this whole little plot where they're, fighting over what the best present is. And then in the end, the squirrel's like, the best present is just all of y'all being here. I don't care about presents. I'm so happy to have all of my friends around and love, there's a little moral tale in that. So this gives you a great spin on it. I didn't even consider that. Okay, let's read the last one. The forest friends are planning a surprise birthday party for their squirrel neighbor. They've been busy decorating and cooking all day, and the squirrel is sure to be surprised when he comes home. Join the fun as the forest friends prepare for the surprise party. So this is just, 1 and 3 are more basic, like just getting everything ready and hurry and keep it a surprise. But I really love 2 because it adds a whole nother layer that I'm thinking, them arguing, them getting mad, and then, it kind of ruins the surprise, but then the squirrel comes and it's just like, I just wanted all of us to be together. So it's just teaching that there are more important things than presents and gifts, and it's just about loving and spending your birthday with your friends. So I love the second one here. So I'm going to choose that one. So you can see how this tool not only can help you with your book blurb, but it actually, I find that it's great help for even with your plot and your story, because I didn't even consider, something like adding a little bit of a moral tale to this. So let's see, they all need different, but they can't agree on anything. And then it ends with the question already. Will they be able to find the perfect gift in time for the party? Okay, so we've gone through quite a few different genres here. We have, books for adults, like this time travel one. We have this one here, this fantasy one. We have a detective thriller here. This one is one for like middle school age kids, or you can even switch that to teenagers. We have one for, I guess, elementary kids, 10-year-olds or so. And then we have one for the littles here with this cute little forest friend story. Again, I just wanted to go through all of this and show you how amazing this Jasper tool is. Again, we're using the command template feature. And all I did, you see how simple it was. All I did is give it a command, write a book blurb about ... You just kind of put a simple description of what your story is or the story you're thinking about writing. Switch up how many outputs you want, how many options you want, and that's it. So what you would do is you would go into Canva, design your book cover. You watch any of my previous book cover design videos, make your book cover. Then you would come over and grab your book blurb and you would paste it over in the back cover of your book or on your, Amazon book description. You can use it for that as well. And don't forget, use my link in the description box below and you are going to get 10,000 words to try for free. Write your book blurb or use it to get an idea for the next book you want to write. Right. So again, that's it for today. If you could do me a huge favor and just like this video and subscribe to my channel, I would greatly appreciate it. And I look forward to doing many more videos for you. Again, look out for that Jasper AI art video that's going to be coming at you really soon. Right. So thanks again for watching. Thanks for liking and commenting. I'll see you next time. Bye-bye.